Good afternoon.
Here we go.
My name is Anthony Dollinger, and I am the Chief of Police of the Moscow Police Department. Thank you for joining us. Today marks the conclusion of a case that has profoundly impacted the University of Idaho, the City of Moscow, the State of Idaho, and communities nationwide. Today's sentencing of Bryan Kohberger brings the legal process to a close following his conviction for the brutal murders of Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. While this marks the end of a long and challenging journey through the criminal justice system, we acknowledge that for the families, friends, and loved ones of these four young people, the grief does not end, because the losses are permanent and the pain remains. We want to express our deepest gratitude for their strength and resilience during this challenging time. We will honor their loved ones' memories and reaffirm our commitment to ensuring their lives are not forgotten. This investigation, one of the most complex and high-profile cases in our state's history, was made possible by an extraordinary level of collaboration. From local and state police officers to federal agents and analysts, as well as prosecutors, forensics teams, and technical experts.
I wonder what he means when he says complex investigation. Lone wolf, serial killer, goes stabby stabby. You apparently have his car on video. You apparently have his DNA on a knife sheath that no one has seen any pictures or evidence of. But we'll hold off on that. Okay.
It also took immense courage, patience, and resilience from a grieving community whose role was invaluable. From the very beginning of this tragedy, Moscow Police Department and our law enforcement partners never lost sight of the mission, which was to bring justice for the victims and their families, and to hold accountable the person who committed these horrible crimes.
Is it justice when there's no trial, when there was 8 hours before a 911 call, when both roommates said they know there was a masked man in their house and they were really scared and terrified, yet at the same time, I guess, we're both hallucinating? I don't know. Because as it turns out, they didn't call law enforcement ever. They called their handler, if you've watched the other videos, Hunter, over to the home. And for those of you who've seen the body cam, can you imagine if you walked into you're the police and you walked into a quadruple homicide and there's a man holding a knife and you don't do anything. You just take his word for it that, I grabbed this knife because I wasn't sure what happened, even though I didn't see any blood and I didn't know anyone was murdered. I just thought Xana was unconscious. What? Okay. Imagine he was black or a person of color. You think they would have responded the same way if he wasn't like a wealthy, known Idaho student who was white? And do you think they would have handled the roommates the same way if they were men? Maybe if they were men like Hunter, perhaps, because he got handled with kid gloves too.
Despite the complexity of this case, our team never wavered. They never gave up, and we completed the mission. During this investigation, I was fortunate to witness the level of professionalism, expertise, drive, and passion that each member of the investigative team brought to the overall effort. And it was truly awe-inspiring. To all who came to our aid and assisted in this immense undertaking, I cannot express my gratitude enough. We are forever thankful. And I would be remiss if I did not thank the amazing communities of Moscow and the University of Idaho. For weeks on end, during this investigation. The support you provided to our team was greatly appreciated. The numerous phone calls, letters, and
Who is this guy?
stream of food helped keep our spirits high and encouraged us to press on. Today, we want to provide an opportunity to hear from the key agencies involved in the investigation, prosecution, and overall response to this case. Each agency played a vital role in pursuit of truth and accountability. Further remarks will be provided by the Latah County Prosecutor's Office, followed by the Idaho State Police, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and the Office of the Attorney General. Each speaker will provide brief comments, followed by a limited Q&A session. And with that, I'd like to introduce Latah County Prosecutor Bill Thompson, representing the Latah County Prosecutor's Office. Bill.
And then Bill Thompson's going to come on and talk about how there's no connection between the victims and the alleged killer. They don't know what the motive is. They don't know where the knife would be. There's evidence that more than one weapon was used. I mean, these were 4 people who have brutally killed, and the autopsies show various types of wounds, multiple, and yet their theory of this crime is that this man did this to all those victims in 4 minutes, or whatever they're saying now, depending, 4, 9, 13. I think it's down to like 4 now. Impossible. Impossible. And if they're for truth and justice, have this man that has just agreed voluntarily, or, because his life is on the line, that he did these crimes, why don't you make him give you details? Isn't that what the families deserve? Wouldn't you want that as a parent too? To know? And if there were other people involved, or if there was corruption, or wouldn't you want to know that as well? I don't know. I'm going to come back to this.